Hello and welcome to cookbookslive.com. I'm Stephen Freeze, your host. Sometimes we just don't have enough time to cook everything from scratch and we need a little help and cheat. By the way, do you think all the restaurants that you've eaten in prepare their own stocks? Some do, some don't. So why not take a cue from those chefs who are well-trained chefs and use the great resources that are available on the shelf right in your supermarket? Diane Phillips presents the Soup Mix Gourmet, and it's a great chunky book and mainstream shortcuts at its best, with more than 375 recipes that use dry soup mixes or canned condensed soup as a key flavor ingredient. And we're all familiar with those types of soups. Simply put, these are easy to follow recipes for delicious meals that help us beat the clock. We're all under time constraints these days, and that's what we're looking for. Because these soups pack a flavor wallop, adding them to dishes shaves down cooking times and strengthens the flavor of your dish. The recipes here aren't merely variations of old recipes that Mom used to make from the back of the box or inside of the soup can label. Phillips has used her culinary imagination and cooking skills to learn the best ways to use these dried and canned soups, and she's sharing them all with you. And she's given the chefs or cooks fresh ideas as well as old favorites that are reworked for today. And the book says to go beyond the basic onion soup dip and with savory Grecian vegetable dip, which show up at potluck dinners. She has bean salad or garlic sesame breadsticks in here. Explore new ways to cook some old chicken with Friday night bistro chicken. She suggests to plan a dinner for company with lamb and eggplant lasagna, or brunch with lobster stuffed potatoes. Yes, using these products that are available in the supermarket, the dried and the canned soup mixes. There are also recipes for casseroles, rice and pasta dishes, chilies, marinades, sauces, and of course, soups and stews. Let's take a look at a recipe or two and see how these soup mixes are incorporated. I know I love BLTs, as do many other people, and in the book there is a recipe for a stormy weather BLT on page 154. Very simple recipe, again using a soup mix, and it calls for 2 strips of bacon, 2 cups of romaine lettuce, 1 can of Campbell's condensed tomato soup, and a cup of herb croutons for garnish. In simple directions, in a 2-quart saucepan, fry the bacon until it is crisp. Drain off all but 1 teaspoon of the fat. Add the romaine. Cook the romaine, stirring until it's softened. Add the soup and 1 can of water and stir until the mixture is smooth. Bring the soup to a simmer and serve it garnished with croutons. And I know many people are concerned with the salt content of these soups. However, the companies realize that we are concerned about that and have come up with low sodium versions of these soups. A dish that I enjoy when eating out at one of my favorite diners is sole Florentine. And in scouring through the book, I found a wonderful recipe that is on my to-do list, and it's called Snapper Florentine. But it actually could be made with shrimp or any other firm-fleshed fish. It's a simple recipe that now can be created at home. And let's take a look at that on page 424. The ingredients required: 2 10-ounce bags of fresh spinach, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon freshly grated nutmeg, 2 pounds of red snapper fillets. Again, we can substitute the other types of fish to your preference. 2 tablespoons of finely chopped shallots, an envelope of Knorr spinach soup mix, and there's the soup mix incorporated into this recipe. 2 cups of milk, a tablespoon of cream sherry, and 2 cups of grated Swiss cheese. 4 basic instructions to complete this dish. So you can see, using some basic soup mixes, you can prepare 375 recipes using this book, the Soup Mix Gourmet, from Delia. the Viking Center of New England. I'm Stephen Fries for cookbookslive.com. For now, bon appetit.